Good morning, students. Once again, I am here. Welcome all of you on this digital platform. And today I am going to summarize a beautiful poem for you that is Dust of Snow, and it is composed by Robert Frost. And this poem is prescribed for class 10, and the book name is First Flight, and the poem title is Dust of Snow, and it is composed by Robert Frost. So this poem tells us about the problems and that we encounter in our life, but we don't have any solution of the problems, but we continuously weep and cry over the problem. Do we have the solution? No, we don't have the solution of any problem. So why do we worry? So we should use the present time, that is very precious for us. So children, you are the student of 10th standard. So this was expected from you. This is not just a poem about crow and the dust or snow or hemlock, but it is the poem, or this poem has meaning and metaphorical meaning. So being the student of 10th standard, we will discuss both the meaning, what is the literal meaning of the poem and what is the metaphorical poem of the what metaphorical meaning of the poem. You know, children, that we face many challenges in our life. So, there are so many problems, issues, and matters in our life. So, we all are stuck in these matters and issues, and we forget our happiness, joy, and we all face the we lost the meaning of life, we lost the meaning of joy. What is the value of happiness in our life? What is the value of joy in our life? We don't think about the precious time that is present. We all the time we talk about the past and the future. So in this way, or like this way, the poet is also suffering from the same loss, sorrows and suffering. So he took rest under a tree, that is hemlock tree. So children, first of all, I will give you the literal meaning of the first stanza. I read the first stanza. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Children, the crow and hemlock. Here are the two terms used in this poem. I tell you why do these two words used in this poem by the poet. As we know, children, that crow. Crow is the symbol of rejection, sorrow, and mourning. It is not mourning, but mourning, rejection, and sorrow. Children, as you see that when someone dies, many scavengers, birds gathered all over the area, and that is crow them. And the poet was very sad. So he was experiencing some bad day in his life. He was under the hemlock tree. Hemlock tree, children, I will tell you the meaning of hemlock. Hemlock is the name of tree which is very much poisonous. It is poisonous tree with white flower. So the poet took rest under the hemlock tree. Just then, what happened? A crow sat on the branches of the hemlock tree, and crow shook down on me. Me refers to poet. And that crow shook down the dust of snow. The dust of snow here means the snow, the small particles of dust or the snowflakes. Snow flakes. And that crow shook down on the poet the dust of snow, and that crow was sitting on the branches of the hemlock tree. Hemlock tree also refers to a sad and sorrowful, poisonous tree. So, children, what do you see in this first stanza? The poet was sad and dejected. He was unhappy. He was suffering some pain in his life. So, he took shelter under a tree. Just then, a crow sat on the branches of the tree, hemlock tree with white flowers, and suddenly the crow shook down on him the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Now, what happened? So, children, come to the second stanza. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Rued. Rued means regretted or ruined. Now, but children, what happened? In the second stanza, the poet's mood is completely changed. So, what happened with the poet? That his mood is completely changed and he repented or he regretted whatever he wasted his part of the day, and he said, has given my heart a change of mood. It means the crow has given my heart a change of mood. Poet's mood is completely changed only because of a single movement of the crow by shaking off the dust of snow on him. So this changes his mood and saves some part of his day, of a day I had rued. Whatever the part has been ruined by wasting of his time, and but somehow he saved rest of the part. The poet now realized that he should use his rest of the time in some useful activities and matter, and he will not repent whatever has been done wrongly with him, and his spirit was revived now. He has back his time and he again realizes his time in some useful activities. Now children, I am telling you about the symbol used in this poem. These are the metaphorical symbol used in this poem. The first symbol is used here is crow. Crow stands for a morning. It shows the morning. And second symbol is hemlock. And crow and hemlock, both these symbols are not very good but very depressive and dejected symbol used in this poem. But I tell you children that these symbols, although these symbols are dejected, sorrowful, but they are the part to bring the happiness. They are responsible to bring happiness even in our life. They are inauspicious symbol, but sometime in our life they play a very significant role and they bring a ray of happiness in the life of poet. And only because of the crow, when the crow shook down on me the dust of his snow, when this moment brings happiness in the life of poet. So children, so these are the two symbols, and they refer to the sad and sorrowful symbol in human life. But so these symbols play an important part and they play a happy ending in the life of poet, and when the action or the movement done by the crow brings happiness in the life of poets, in the life of poet. So children, when the rain falls, so all the children become so happy. Do you happy? Of course, everyone becomes happy. And when the rain falls on the children, enjoy and become so much happy. Now, the poet understood the real meaning of happiness. So children, the message given through this poem by the poet is that happiness can be found through the darkest time. As you all know children, that we children, inauspicious things. What are the inauspicious things? I tell you, crow and the hemlock. So both these are the in supposed to be an inauspicious thing, but all these things can bring a change in humans' life, as in the life of Robert Frost. Okay, children, tell me one thing. When we are stressed or tensed, what we do? Where do we go? You know, when we are tensed and stressed, we want to take some rest and relax. So we do enjoy. And what are the other activities that we do when you are tensed? We play, and sometimes we go in the lap of nature. In the same way, when the poet goes into the lap of nature and he takes shelter under the tree, that is hemlock tree, and suddenly a sudden of, moment of the crow brings a change in his life, and his mood was completely changed, and he understood the real meaning of happiness, joy, and sorrow. So children, the last message that I want to give all of you, that accept the challenge and respect the nature, what is given by nature. Respect the nature, and nature is the best healing power, and it is an unimaginable healing power, unimaginable power. And even you can't think what can nature do for us. Don't cry, accept the change in your life. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? And I want to quote, or I want to take an example, that we know that we are suffering a lot now these days, and we all are suffering from darkest phase of our life due to this coronavirus. But there is a ray of hope behind every dark cloud. If we lit up a diya or a candle only for the sake of humanity, I think there is no harm in it. So we should always do best, do good, and have hope in humanity. Thank you very much, children. And again, once again, I thank you, all the children.